Hey guys, happy Friday. It's Friday. We made it, right? If you can see me and hear me, this is Lindsay from mycreativedays.com. I always forget to say that. But if you can see me and hear me, let me know. What should the question be today? You can leave me a question below. Have you started decorating for Christmas yet? Have you started decorating for the holidays in your house yet? Anything? Have you even just brought the tree out of storage or anything? Got the Christmas mugs out. So today I'm showing you another easy, simple project. I took the Creative Squad group, I took them virtually thrifting with me yesterday. Was that yesterday? So I'm showing them things to buy and what I look for and that kind of stuff. And I could not believe that I found two of these. So you guys remember I shared an ornament that I made with one similar to this. I linked it above. And then for me to find two of these, I was so excited. And so I love the look of antique bells. I'm sorry, this is kind of loud. I love the look of antique bells, and they can be kind of expensive, but I have found a way to have them and not not have them cost so much. And so, oh my gosh, you guys, I have got a mess. I put a post above. I put together I got a lot of questions after I shared some bells that I have in our house. I got a lot of questions asking where to buy antique looking bells. And so I did put a post together that is linked in the description as well about where to get them, and they're not that expensive because sometimes like the real deal can be super expensive. And so I put together that post for you guys if you're looking for those. So that's linked above as well. So anyway, so I was taking them through virtual thrift shopping, which is so much fun for me, and showing them what I buy and what I look for. If that's something you're interested in, you can join. The link for that is up in the description as well. But I found those, and I shared the other day, I was on here, I was just so excited. And I actually had to paint the other ones I had to look like this. These are just, they look like antique bells, like old bells. They're just they're like, not chippy, but you know what I mean? Like it's worn in areas. They're so perfect. And they were on, so these are wind chimes. So this is how I shop at thrift stores. I see this, I don't see this as a wind chime. This is all I see, are all of these bells on these wind chimes. And so I am, trying not to make that too loud. I am decorating our living room for the holidays. And I have a lot of brass and I just went super simple this year. But I'm trying to pick this up so you guys can see this. I also found these bells at a thrift store. And so I have just tied them on a garland. They're some of them are different, some of them are the same. But again, these are old bells. And I think these were on something, or they could have been in one of their plastic bags and you buy the whole bag. But I always, and I'm sure I didn't find it at Christmas time. So I'm looking for things all year round. And so I'm just putting these on some twine. And I think I'm going to hang them in our living room. So hoping that that's going to work. So I thought I'd just show you what I'm doing here with these wind chimes. So I'm sorry if anybody likes the wind chimes the way they are. And maybe you have. I've actually thought about this. Wind chimes like hanging in your backyard that you're don't even know are there anymore. And they've got these bells on them. So all I am doing is, you guys, I'm telling you, this sun is, so you see how these you want to make sure you keep this hook or this round part up at the top, because you are going to, if you want to hang them, but even if you're not hanging them, I would still leave this on because you could change your mind. If you're anything like me, I change the decorations and the decor in our house weekly sometimes. But anyway, so I am just using little wire cutters. And so I'm just gonna, and I kind of cover it with my other hand because they kind of shoot off, and the last one was painful. So then you're gonna come away with this. Now these are beautiful just sitting in a vase or a glass jar or a wood bowl or on their own. They're just pretty. So just fill, and what is it? Cloche or cloak? I always say that wrong. But same thing. These would be beautiful inside one of those. So basically all I'm going to do here is I'm going to find where that, did you guys hear that? That part went over there somewhere. But so inexpensively, I am getting, I'm getting all these beautiful little bells. You guys, I'm just so excited when I find this stuff. And I know going thrift shopping, I would tell even the person that thinks that you can never find anything. I would love to be able to take those people with me, or I would love to, because not every time do I find things. Yesterday when I was taking the group shopping, I did find some fun finds yesterday. There weren't tons. Maybe I bought, I don't know, maybe 8, maybe 6 things. So it wasn't, but the thrill of the hunt is always the funnest part for me. So even if I don't find anything, I do have fun going in and looking. And even if you have 10 minutes, just 10 minutes, I don't know, between an appointment or your lunch break, just walk into your local thrift store and see what you can find. I would love to see people do that and then tag me so I could see what the different things that you guys are finding in your thrift stores. So I'm literally just going to take all of these off. Wire snips, cutters are one of those tools that I think everybody needs. It's like one of those tools that you don't think you're going to use often, but yet I grab for them often. I use a lot of floral wire when I'm, making wreaths or door hangers, or and so these are so nice to have. To cut that wire, you usually can cut it with scissors too, but then you ruin your scissors. I learned that when I was little, and I was always using my mom's good scissors. I was always using her sewing scissors because they were the sharpest and the best to cut everything. Anything we needed cut. Okay, so let me I just want to get all these off here quick. I'm trying to go quick, so. A lot of the antique brass bells, and even the faux ones, a lot of them are just on twine, and I like the simplicity of that and the way it looks. But you could definitely do these on like some gingham ribbon or striped ribbon that goes with what you are, how you're decorating. And again, you could just put these two like just in a garland. You don't even need to string them together. You could put some twine on these and just use them as ornaments in a garland or on a tree on their own. So you don't even have to string them on. But I just thought I'd show how easy this will be for pennies. For pennies. I could not believe I found these yesterday. Okay, and so I'm just gonna move all these just because there's little pieces and I don't want to drop them as I'm. You could recycle all this other stuff that's on these too. These are little beads. Gabrielle may want to use those. The suns, you could use on a different thing too. So it doesn't have to go to waste. The hangers, the brass hangers were really pretty too. So you could make a whole different thing with just those. Or just, if you didn't like the suns, just do the bells alone. So this is my favorite dollar Tree yarn. And it's not yarn, it's twine, you guys. I promise it's twine. What I do, it doesn't go to waste, but what I usually do is I cut it longer than I think I'm gonna need, just so that depending on where I'm gonna hang it, or I'm not sure where I'm gonna hang it, I wanna give myself enough room on each end and then enough room between them, between the bells. So literally this couldn't be easier, you guys. So I will just string this through. And then this is maybe 24 inches. I'm gonna leave on one end. You can always cut this if it's way too long, but again, it just leaves you that extra, or it'll leave you enough, no matter where you're gonna put it, it's gonna leave you enough. So I just double knot them like that. See, look how pretty that is. I mean, it's so much, for me, it's just so much better than the wind chime. And so then I will, obviously you're gonna go the other end and try not to get it all knotted. You could do a thicker twine too. I don't even know. A phone call just came in. So you could even do a thicker twine, a rope. And then another way that you could put these on, I'll just do 2 of these and show you guys, and then I'll hop off or see if you guys have any questions, if you can see and hear me. But another thing you can do is you could just have a rope or here, let me show you just a second. So you're just gonna get this all the way down. If you wanted to get real technical and make them really perfect, you'll decide on how far apart you want them. See, I love this. I love the way this looks. It just looks worn, and perfection is just not, I just like this. It just looks worn and old. So anyway, so you decide how far apart you're gonna want them, and then you'll just double knot this one again. And then how I just eyeball it. You guys can see what I'm doing. I eyeball it. So I will hold these here. The bigger ones are easier to do this with. And then I kind of eyeball the third one. I can see, okay, they're kind of the same. You could get a ruler out and just like do this. And then just kind of how you would measure fabric, and then get it perfectly if you wanted to do that. So another idea is if you had like a ribbon or a thicker, I've got thicker rope over there, but I won't get, let me just show you. Let me take this off. This should just come apart easily. There we go. So if you wanted to hang them from something like this might not be a great example, but something thicker, then what I would recommend is taking your bell. Let me just do this quick. I'm just gonna grab a little. And then I would do it like this. So this is like you're gonna make a little ornament. And then like if this was a thicker rope, you wanted to hang it off the rope, then I would hang them individually like this. You could obviously make it, not hang that low. You can obviously do it from any way. But if you wanted to do a thicker piece to hang them off of, then that's how I would hang them. Okay, there's people here. Yay. Okay, let me see if you guys have any questions. Again, these are just simple projects. I think a lot of people think you have to, I just want to share the easy projects and the thrift store projects or shopping at a thrift store to decorate your home exactly as you want it without breaking the bank. That's what this whole My Creative Days is about. And so I love sharing these easy projects with you. And for $4, I have all these bells, and I'm going to have a garland. And this is dollar store twine. But if you wanted to buy this off of, some shops are really expensive, these things, but I did find some inexpensive options for bell garlands and different bells. And like I said, I linked that above. So I did find some inexpensive options. I know a lot of people don't have thrift stores. We barely had any yard sales this summer. I love to go to them as well, but with everything going on, we didn't have any. And so I'm just happy that the thrift stores are open. And New Mexico, happy Friday. Decorations are out. The tree's not out yet. Hello. Now I'm seeing you guys. Okay. You find the best things at thrift stores, me not so much. Penny, do you have a lot of thrift stores where you are? And when people say this, I always like to ask, how often do you go? Because you do have to go often because it changes so often. But the more often you go and kind of learn the sales and when they bring things out, but there have been many times that I have not found anything at all. Thank you, Rhonda. Just simple, right? All those bells were on those wind chimes. And there were two. I could not believe it yesterday. And I almost, when I'm in a thrift store and find something awesome, I think I make it obvious. I don't know. I'm probably very embarrassing, but I just get so excited. So I'm just gonna continue making this garland. The bigger bells are done, and then hopefully it'll work where I want it to go. But if not, I'm not out anything. I can take these off and put them in a jar, or string them up somewhere else. Do you guys have any questions about anything that I'm sharing, about anything that I linked, about anything? It's Friday. What do you have? Anything? Let me know before I hop. Alberta, is it snowing there? Ooh, Debbie, I'm sorry. It's getting cold here. And I know the snow is coming. I just hope it's not a really bad winter. We had that huge storm come through in August. I don't know if you guys knew about that, but the derecho storm, it's an inland hurricane. We've never had one before, and it's still wreaking havoc here. We're still not out of that, so I'm just hoping that the winter is not bad, because I don't know. Can we take any more this year, any of us? It's just been a doozy, hasn't it? Okay. I just want to make sure I'm going through all these. If you have any, I mean, I can stay on here and chit chat too as I'm putting this. You've had 2 blizzards already this week? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. So is everything shut down there? Like, do you guys? Yep. That is a crib mattress. Yep. It's not the mattress. It's the crib springs from an old, yes, it's perfect for, above a desk like that. And I just put those little baskets on there, and then I can put things in it. Found it off the side of the road. Best place to shop. Yeah, that's where I found it. Okay. And then that office sign, that office sign, I found it at Restore, and it had it was like, I can't remember what it was for. It was somebody hand painted their phone number, and it was like some kind of business or something. And so I just painted it, and then I just used my Cricut and made the office sign, and I think it was $3. So that's, yeah, and the green lights, I do get questions about those a lot. We actually pulled those out of a barn. This has only happened a couple times to us, but we got the opportunity to go through an old barn of somebody that was just trying to clean it out. And they said, if you can dig for it, or if you can find it, it's for sale. And so Matt actually went underneath this. I wasn't crawling underneath. He actually went underneath this, and I could tell he had found something really cool. And he pulled out 4 of these amazing old barn lights, and we were able to get them. They work. I have 2 above my desk here, and then I have 2 in my back porch. So those are I want to take those with us if we ever leave, because I love them so much. Oh yes, making a swing from it would be really cute. Yeah, it's a great use for those springs. Great use. And I get that question a lot. I'm trying to think if there's anything else back there. The green desk I found we were going through a potential flip house, and in the basement there was nothing else in the house, and so it wasn't green when I bought it. Excuse my messy desk. It was not green when I bought it, but I mean, look at that table. And so there was no drawer. I think it was just a hole in where that drawer is. Matt just put together a drawer from scrap wood, but it was in the basement of this flip house. And we knew going through this house that we weren't going to flip it. It was just too far gone for us to flip, but that table was just sitting in the basement. And he said, I was just going to take that to the dump. We'll be back with the truck. So then you don't even have to go through it. We'll save that. We will save that. So yeah. Frugal shopping for decorating our house. That's how I try to do it and share the ideas here with you guys. Okay, is that everything? I don't want to keep you guys on, I'm just going to finish this and then hopefully get some more work done. Do you have any other questions before I hop off? Let me know. If you just hopped on, I am making these bell garlands. I love the look of the old antique bells. And these bells all came from I'll show you. All of these bells came from 2 wind chimes I found at the thrift store yesterday. It's like I hit the jackpot. I could not believe. I love just old bells, and especially at the Christmas time, and I'm kind of using them a lot in the way I decorated. And so today I was making some garlands I found these bells as well at a thrift store. And so I'm making some garlands with the old bells that I found. But I did write a post and found some great deals on some bell garlands and stuff for people that don't have thrift stores and obviously you're going to find different stuff every time you go to a thrift store. But so I thought I would so those are all in the description. I always say linked above, but I think they changed it. So I don't know if it's above or if it's just in the description anymore. I can't keep up with all the changes all the time, but oh my gosh, Crystal, yes. Thank you, Beth. Super simple. And I just get the dollar store twine, and but you could do ribbon and rope, and there's so many different ways you can hang these bells, but this is what I'm doing because most of the ones I see that I really like are just simple, just on some twine like this. And so I found two of the wind chimes full of them. So I was so excited about that. And here's something, I don't know if I said this in the beginning, be on the lookout for them. So the other day I was at a thrift store, and most of the bells that I have found have come off of something else. So the other day there was a crocheted piece. Did I already say this? I don't even know. I was on a video earlier. There was a crocheted piece at a thrift store, and there were 4 they were probably smaller than this, but real heavy brass bells on this crocheted piece. And it was what they wanted for it. I didn't want to pay for it, but that's how I found most of my bells. So it may not just be a package of bells, but it may be in a wreath. Like thrift store wreaths are a great place to find some cool things from what people have put on the wreaths. So look through the wreaths, look through the garlands for sure. And then any homemade, back in the day, Christmas decorations, a lot of those will have little random bells. I have found them in so many things like that. I have found bags of bells like this, but just, you have to keep your eye out because they'll be hidden, but you just take the thing home and take them off like I did this with the wind chime. And like I said earlier, you may have a wind chime in your backyard you forgot about that's actually got, my kids are messaging me, that you may have forgot about and actually have all these bells on, because the ornament that I made that I linked in the description was made from a different wind chime that was copper, and I painted on here. I shared that with you guys, but they had these bells. So check your backyards too, or your parents' backyard or something. There may be some. Yes, Crystal, for sure. Just keep your lookout on all the different things though. It's like I said, wreaths, and yes, just keep your lookout for the bells, and then you can take them apart and use them in something else. Okay, I hope this is helpful. I hope these little projects and ideas help you guys or inspire you guys to make something or create something. I think I'm pretty much done with decorating our house. There's a few small things I'm still doing, but then I will share what I did and how I'm decorating. Literally most of it, a lot of it's from the thrift store and how I use the stuff I find at a thrift store to decorate. So, okay, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Tomorrow's my birthday, but in the year 2020, I don't know how fun birthdays are going to be, or how fun they can be, but it'll be a good day anyway, right? Okay. Have a good weekend, and if you have any questions about this or ideas or thoughts later on, or you come in and watch the replay, if you watch the replay, put #replay in the comments so I know you were here, but just let me know, and I will, and I'll come back in and check the comments and the questions later. So thank you, Crystal. Okay, guys, have a great day. Oh, okay, yes. Keep them coming in, though. I don't have to get off. I will go to your page. I've missed a lot of your videos. Yes, Beth, I post some here. I post them on my YouTube channel. I've got them on the blog. I've got them everywhere. I try to put them in different places for where different people are. So you can try on the blog, on Facebook, on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, I'm always sharing behind the scenes looks in the stories, but I do push those over here to Facebook. So if you can see the stories, I try to be in there daily. So yeah, thank you guys for the happy birthday wishes. Yes, thank you. It's just been a weird year, hasn't it? It's just been a crazy year. So, all right, guys, have a good day.